I'm Colleen Saidman Yee, and today we have the rock star of yoga and an accomplished author. And we're going to talk to Baron Baptiste. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
His fifth book, his fifth book is about to be released. It is called Perfectly Imperfect. And we're going to find out what's going on with Perfectly Imperfect. First of all, what an amazing title. You're already such an accomplished author, yoga teacher, human being, father. What compelled you to write this book, Perfectly Imperfect? Was there a moment of inspiration? Was there sort of a aha? So just talk to us a little bit about how you got started in this project.
Yeah, this book, Perfectly Imperfect, really was brought forth from me. I felt compelled to write it right out of my experiences in teaching. I think yoga's become such a phenomenon and so popular, and I think that people are bringing their kind of achievement-oriented context of life to yoga practice. And there's a kind of performance in yoga, in the yoga world that I see occurring, and I was kind of like struck by, well, wait, there's the other aspect. Yeah, yoga is a kind of performance and creative, but then there's the other aspect of just acceptance, the acceptance of self, the body, the acceptance of all of life, and seeing that the imperfections have their own kind of beauty.
I love that you're saying that. You know, just the idea that we're good enough. Even though I've got these scars, I'm showing up with these scars, and it's perfect. In some ways, it's more beautiful.
Yeah,
right?
Nothing to be fixed. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing, but to actually accept it all and see that it's all perfect. But it's like the dance of life and being with all of it.
Especially as it pertains to yoga, too. If you can't grab your ankles in Urdhva Dhanurasana, a back bend can still be so illuminating. Almost maybe more. So thank you for putting that message out. It's a super important message.
Yeah, and so I'm really happy in how the book turned out, and I really wrote the book from right out of the classroom. I would go and teach a class or a training, and I'd come right out of the experience with insights, and I would put them right to the page, like right off the mat. My own mat and the mat of just teaching, being in the environment of what was called for, like a deeper kind of yearning from the people, from students, from the community, like the deeper kind of yearning for something of a deeper kind of experience of yoga beyond just the form of more poses.
So you didn't just look at a blank screen and say, ugh, but you taught and were already in the fluidity and the inspiration of teaching, and then you went out and sat down and it just flowed naturally. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, exactly.
You say that this book is for anyone who's ever done a pose, and then ask the question, now what? Can you just talk a little bit about what that statement means?
Yeah, again, we all are practicing yoga the way we practice it, and I am out, teaching and in lots of different environments of yogis and students and people coming into the poses and looking for something beyond just the physical form. And so that's where the other 7 limbs of the 8 limbs of yoga come into play. So asana is one limb, and there's such an emphasis nowadays on the one limb asana. And so, we take asana, but all the other limbs are meant to be experienced and practiced within the one limb of asana to bring all of the limbs. So the intention of this book really is to bring, through asana, we come into a pose, and what else of yoga is available? The other 7 limbs to be realized, to be experienced.
How could you, okay, say you're in triangle pose, right? And the teacher's asking you to stay for 5 breaths and you're sort of starting to get pissed off. Now, what other limbs can you access there? Like you're in triangle pose, it's like, okay, I'm doing asana, and I know that I'm supposed to not be violent or tell the truth or withdraw my senses or not use my sexual energy here, or so how can a triangle pose give you access to the other 7 limbs?
Yeah, it's great. If you're in triangle pose, consider that all of your life, all of it is inside of that one pose. Symbolically, energetically, all of your life is right here in that pose, let's say. And if you find yourself in triangle, and maybe you're getting frustrated, and it's getting a little difficult, and you notice in the frustration, well, okay, wherever I go, there I am. How I'm doing triangle pose, and how it's occurring for me is I'm getting frustrated, I want to come out of it, I'm resisting. Well, I do this in kind of other areas of my life. So the pose is a microcosm of the macrocosm of your whole life. Like the Zen say, how we do anything is how we do everything. So in the triangle pose, we could bring in a niyama, santosha. Like it could bring in just contentment, like all is well. Like let go of something, give something up in the moment in triangle pose that's of resistance, and get to a place of total acceptance, the experience of santosha, total contentment, all is well.
Funny when you even just say the word santosha, it's just like, oh, perfectly imperfect.
Right there.
It just brings that sense of calm, right? Of contentment. Like it's okay. I'm enough.
All of it's okay.
So beautiful. Anyway, thank you so much for talking to us today about Perfectly Imperfect, about your 5th book. I don't know how you do that. Sounds like you couldn't help yourself. You were compelled to write this book, and I'm sure that everyone out there is going to be compelled to read it. And I just so appreciate you being here and talking with us today.
Thank you,
Colleen. Thank you so much. I'm Colleen Saidman Yee, and this is Talking Yoga. We've been talking to Baron Baptiste. Thank you for joining us.